in this room, I usually say at this very moment. The problem is our designers are here with us today, so not at this very moment. But I guess the team left behind in Milan, the Innovation Center, are working on the designs that really go from an idea, and for us, we design with ideas, we don't design with jewelry. We start with an idea, an emotion-based concept. We go from idea to sketch, to prototype, to design in a little over a few months to make sure that we have the collections ready for the key buying seasons, be they Diwali in India, Christmas in the US, or Chinese New Year in the Far East. And I couldn't make this presentation if I didn't talk about my particular passion in the De Beers Group, protecting the natural world. We talked about responsible sourcing at Forevermark, and of course, the whole integrity is part of responsible sourcing. Natural, untreated, guarantee, conflict-free, but that's only to us the sort of minimum criteria. When we talk about responsible sourcing, we talk about making a proactive, positive contribution. And one of the areas where we think it's natural that we are is the natural world. After all, diamonds are a miracle of nature, but so are these extraordinary animals. In this case, the rhinoceros, threatened with extinction by poaching in southern Africa. So at the De Beers Group of Rapa Mine, we're directly involved in protecting and breeding and ensuring the survival not only of our miracle, the diamond, but of nature's miracles as well. And I guess the other area that when we look to the future, and Sachin referenced it in his speech, we also want to think about what the consumer of the future wants. We use this expression, beyond the 4 Cs. It's going to be the focal point of the way in which Forevermark sells diamonds to consumers in the years ahead. So let me take a minute just to explain what I mean by beyond the 4 Cs. I sort of start with the idea that, you know, a little knowledge can be a dangerous thing. The good thing about the 4 Cs is it gave people a foundation to understand the valuation of different diamonds. But you know, it is only a foundation. Let me give you 2 examples. In Forevermark, you know, we inherently, innately know this because of our 125 years of experience in looking at diamonds and understanding what makes a diamond beautiful, more beautiful than another. But I'll give you 2 examples, and particularly because you're a media crowd today. Imagine you were organizing a photo shoot, and in that photo shoot you need a model. So how many of you would just say to the agency, send me 4 criteria about that model? Just tell me her height, her weight, her hair color, and her eye color. Those 4 C's. And on that basis, I'll book her. I suspect you wouldn't do that. I suspect you'd probably say, can you also send me a picture so I can look at it with my own eyes and decide whether I think that's what I want for this shoot? And to be honest, it's the same with diamonds. The 4 C's, it gives you a good idea where to start, but it doesn't tell you if one diamond is more beautiful to the eye than the other. And I could show you 2 diamonds with the exact same 4 C's. One of them you'd say, wow, that one looks great. And the other one you'd say, it seems to be something that's not quite right about that. 4 C's are the same. In the diamond industry, there's a wonderful expression. It's called a wiper, W-I-P-E-R. And diamantaires will use this sometimes because they'll order from one of their suppliers a diamond based on the 4 C's. He'll send it to them with a certificate, and they're going to look at it. And he looks at the stone, and he looks at the certificate, and he keeps looking back and forth, and he says, something doesn't look quite right. It is graded accurately. Nothing wrong with the grading cert. He then takes his thumb. He thinks, there must be some grease on the top. So he tries to wipe it off. And he looks again, but it still doesn't look like it has the fire and the magic. So he wipes it and wipes it and wipes it, and finally he realizes it's not on the surface, it's in the stone. It's got the 4 C's, but it would never be beautiful enough for Forevermark. And we think that this is what's going to be important in the future with consumers. Because fundamentally, what do they really want? I challenge any of you to say you run into someone walking down the street, she has a new diamond ring, and someone looks at it and says, oh wow, is that a GBDS2 triple excellent, 0.8 carat? Or do they say, wow, your diamond really looks beautiful? Fundamentally, it's about beauty. And at Forevermark, we're putting this concept of beauty at the forefront of selecting diamonds. So regardless of the 4C criteria, it can be high color, it can be high clarity, it can meet our size criteria, it can be cut beautifully. But if it has any of the multitude of things that we think impact its beauty, then it won't be Forevermark. And this, I think, is a big idea through which we need to educate the diamond world and consumers about what really matters. And why do we do all this? Right from the submarines to the minus 40 degrees in the Arctic to the beyond the 4 Cs, which is a challenge we now need to re-educate the world. Why do we do it? It's pretty simple. It's because we recognize that the diamond has an extraordinarily special and powerful role in the lives of couples around the world. It's a symbol. It's a symbol of commitment. It's a symbol of love. It's a symbol of eternity. It has been for centuries. It will remain so for centuries to come. It's extraordinarily special. And recognizing that is what drives us at Forevermark to make sure that the Forevermark diamond is equally as special as the moment it has to represent. But I've talked a lot about the future, about the new technologies, about doing things differently. The other real trick in life is to recognize when you're looking at doing everything new and everything different, what are those things from the past that were powerful, that you can reinvigorate and make part of your future, because they're the bedrock upon which consumer excitement and interest and desire is built. And we've been doing that at Forevermark as well. We've been looking at our past to think, is there something we should bring forward into the future? And there's a lovely expression, which is, I'll see if you can complete it. If not, I have a film that will complete it for you. The expression is, there are 2 things in life that last longer than time.